The do-while loops are a sibling, a very close relative of the while loop. The only difference between a do-while loop and a while loop is that the block of code runs before the condition is actually checked. So over here, it says step number 1, run the code in the block. That runs first before it's going to go to the condition, and if the condition is true, proceed and rerun the block or else exit. Okay, so that's the only difference. So if we want to use the same example, what we're going to do over here, I'm going to comment this out and try to replicate this example with the do while loop. So this is the while example. And now let's do this. So I'm going to do block of code, and the block of code should console.log array of I. And before I actually run this block, I need to actually create a var I is equal to 0. The same example. And then use the while keyword and then provide a condition. And the condition is going to be simply the same thing, which is going to be as long as I is less than array.length. Now let's think about it a little bit. So I'm going to actually not think about it. Let's just run this. Actually, before we run this, we need to do I++, right? So we're going to do I++, or else we're going to get the infinite loop one more time. Okay, so we're going to save and refresh, and we got the same response. So let's walk through what's happening over here. We create a variable var with a value of 0. It prints the first value, which is array with index of 0, which is Ant-Man. Then it makes it I++, which is the value 1, right? 0 plus 1. Then it says, is 1 less than 43 or 44? Sorry, I keep on confusing 43 and 44. So length is 44, but the index is 43, the last index. So is that true? If that's true, it runs the block one more time with the value of 1, and then does it multiple times until this becomes 43. Becomes 43, it runs it one more time with the last index. As it becomes 44, it does not run any longer, and the loop ends. And if you have other code mentioned over here, it's going to run that code. So that's pretty much it for this video. I'm going to talk to you in the next.